Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Tea With Tay Pod. This is the only podcast that brings you the tea as it is hot. And speaking about tea, this podcast is proudly sponsored by my faves, Lipton. Today, my guest is a superstar designer who has clothed some of the biggest stars from Africa and across the world. She's popularly known as Veekee James, but her real name is Victoria James. And today she's on my podcast, and I'm feeling like, we have a big deal in our midst. Please put your hands together for my guest. Victoria, that came 2 hours late. Veekee.
Say no.
Veekee, I call you for how many o'clock? You come 2 hours late. You brief fascinator.
No verse. I say make I dress well for you, make you for happy. You don't like them. Don't you like what you see?
I know if you two verses say look sharp.
Hey.
If you delay me for 2 hours and you arrive like this, I will let it go.
Exactly. I knew it. That's why I had to come correct.
But you arrive. Why you saying they come?
You said that you arrive.
Even like first day for Persication Church.
How I go do now? How I go do?
Where you collect this fascinator from?
I won't get for Instagram. Oh. I just see. She made one for me yesterday. As I wear I'm the hot. I say, okay, this podcast, why they come so? And one way, another one way. So.
Game. My queen, I stand. Okay, first, before we get into this conversation, I have to say that I respect you so much. Your Instagram videos give me life. You know what's so funny? I'm a content creator. But for you as a designer who has a busy schedule,
I know,
to
right?
invest yourself in content, I applaud you.
Thank
because
you.
Your content, they give you life.
How I go do now? Yeah. Because there's a side of me that people don't know.
Yeah, you have personality.
Exactly. Like so many personalities actually. Yeah. And I feel like people follow me. They should see some parts of me, that they don't know about. Yeah. And it's something I enjoy doing. Because funny enough, when I was growing up, I thought I was going to be an actress. Oh. In fact, I actually started my acting career because there was one movie that I started in Ajegunle.
Stop.
Like all these small productions. There was one movie I started. I recorded like 2 scenes. Only for me to now go for to record another scene. When I went there, the producer and director said, nobody's going home today. Everybody must stay for there. I no can't tell my mama because I no get phone to call. That's why I no take Congo house that day. The next day I can't see phone call my mama. So I tell my mama, say, Mom, see no verse, I no come back yesterday. I was really little. I was in junior secondary school. You understand? That's why my mama say, hey, say if I don't come back this house, that's why my producer, they call her, they beg her, she can say, okay, make I come back tomorrow. As I come back tomorrow, all of my daddies don't day for house, they tell her, say, then go spoil your pikin. Yeah. If you allow this pikin act this film, then go ruin her life. As I come back, that was the end of my acting career.
Jesus, mommy, why?
so you get, so I just feel like, it's just another way of me expressing myself. Yeah. That's why I'm really grateful for social media because it has really helped a lot of people. It has really changed lives. Like where people, they see joy, and people say you're happy, so yeah.
And also you're doing this in good time because you're really established and you can also share your personality on social media. And it's also helping with the brand as well because it feels like it's a touch point for us. Like we like Veekee James, so obviously we'll do
something extra.
We'll buy Veekee James. Speaking of Veekee James, we know you as Veekee James, but I feel like there's another person, as you said, there's more personality to Victoria. Who would you say Victoria is?
Hi. Waiting I be safe.
Please take your time.
Well, I would say, are you asking me about
how would you describe if somebody came to you and said, how would you describe Victoria James? Away from all we know Veekee James now as a superstar designer, but before Veekee James, there was Victoria, who grew up in Ajegunle, who had a regular life, who had family, who interacted with her friends. Who's that girl?
Well, okay, I'll say that. I've always been that girl that really just wanted to enjoy life, right? But I wasn't born into that kind of life. So my life has always been, everything I've done in life has always been towards being successful, right? So I've always been a hustler just because there's a goal that I've always wanted to achieve. There's a place I wanted my family to be. I wanted to make a name for myself, make a name for my family, So when they, I wanted to be that kind of person that in the future, when my mom or my brothers or my cousins, they say, oh, do you know this person? She's my cousin, and it will mean something, you get, because I don't have anybody like that in my family. So I've always been the girl that wanted to break something. And by the grace of God, I've been able to do that to an extent, even if there's more
achieve,
that I want to achieve, right? So I'll just say that I'm a girl that came out of nothing and did everything she could to become what she's always dreamt of becoming. Yeah.
You know, I love a good grass to grace story. Let's talk about your childhood. Because, I mean, you have shared some things on social media that, you know, it endeared you. Like, it made me... I mean, I know that you're a designer, but when you shared those things, I'm just like, oh, girl, I like her more now. So please tell me about growing up because you grew up in Ajegunle with your mom and your siblings.
Yeah.
Tell me about growing up.
Well, growing up was not easy because I grew up in Ajegunle, and Ajegunle is not a place where you raise a child. So it takes a lot to actually raise someone who end up becoming a responsible person in Ajegunle. And the truth is, trust me, a lot of responsible people have come out of Ajegunle. That's why our parents, like the job of our parents is really, really important, right? And I'm always grateful for my mom because of the kind of upbringing that she gave us, you know, for bringing us up in the way of the Lord. And this is something that I feel like a lot of parents undermine, right? Or I don't know if the word is undermine or undermined. So I feel like this is something that they don't really take
too seriously.
Like bringing up a child in the way of the Lord, especially in this generation where it's more like people are just
social media is raising us.
Exactly. Thank you. That's the explanation. Social media is raising us, but it's so important, and this is like something that has really impacted my life and the life of my brothers and the life of so many other people that I know from Ajegunle that are doing well now and are doing living well. So like I said, raising a child in Ajegunle is really hard. So growing up was really hard because when I was growing up, there were a lot of young girls, you know, got pregnant along the way. And right now, I go back to Ajegunle, I see them and they're just there. Life is the same. Nothing has changed, you know. So it was a lot of, as a word I'm looking for, a lot of, you know, determination, you know, to not be like that, you know, that I had to take upon, right? And growing up, I had to hustle a lot because my dad died before I was 5.
Wow.
In fact, my mom was still pregnant with my last born when my dad died. So, you know, from 5 years old with no dad, thank God for my dad's brothers because they helped us, you know, at least through school. They tried their best. I've been like a hustler since like primary school. You know, get with you, and I'm not sure say get any handwork for this world.
We know.
Well, some shall like all those carpenter work and the rest. In fact, I even followed that one because there was a time I used to make colo for saving money. I used to make knitted outfits like cap, blouse. I was
always
good
industrious
in Ajegunle, you know. From there, I started to sell things. From there, I started to do hair. I was making hair for like all my classmates in primary school.
To get money.
Every weekend after school. Even when I did make hair, I see they knit. I see they do sew clothes for people. You know, I was doing all of that, and then after secondary school, I now went to further learn how to make hair proper. So after then, I was not like a proper hairstylist, you know, hairdresser in Ajegunle, and I was making money, you know, before. And I left Lagos and then went to Akwa Ibom for school, started makeup and hairstyling there. From there, after school, I came back to Nigeria, to Lagos, rather, to Nigeria.
I said, who said I go abroad? I beg, leave me, Veekee, please.
I came back to Lagos, and then that was how God just redirected my steps from, you know, doing this into doing what I do now. So, yeah.
I'm curious about who kind of person that your mom was, because if your dad had passed early...
I was going to say that.
So if your dad had passed early and she had to raise 3... You guys are 3, right?
Yeah.
So she has to raise 3 kids in the way of the Lord, first of all. And you are this... You're in Ajegunle where, before you know one bros, you're in Ajegunle where, before you know one bros don't come, one get come corner, before you know she don't get better, before you know she don't stop school.
Exactly.
You understand? That reality was there too.
Yeah.
She probably has to be very hard.
Exactly. I was going to say that it also has, that question you asked me before, it has a lot to do with the parents themselves or the people who raised them.
Yeah.
Honestly. Because if you grow up with someone who, or if the person raising you is somebody who normally the person eye they one day outside. You understand? You know, the girl's person will advise you something. You will look and say, Shana, who they advise me be this?
Yes.
Do you get? So it has a lot to do with the person. Now, I lost my dad at 5. Trust me, Tay, until today where I stand here, I never see my mom with any man. Like, not one man. I've never seen my mom, like, dating any man before.
That's crazy.
The only one time that it looked like there was one uncle that was talking to her. You don't even say. I know just know what happened. It just ended, right? And this is not like, say, maybe I know catch her. Since I was born, since I lost my dad until today, my mom has never slept out of the house when nobody saying a church night vigil night we they go. And I remember when my dad passed, one of our pastors in church, the head pastor in church, asked her that, are you going to remarry? She said no, that she cannot, she's never going to remarry, that she wants to give her life into raising her children, right?
Yes,
and
God bless her.
And the kind of person that my mom is, my mom obviously hustled.
Yeah.
You don't get anybody for Ajegunle, for that our area. We don't know my mom. You get, like, she literally worked in so many stores there. She made clothes for so many people.
She was a designer too.
Yeah. I learned the basics of tailoring from my mom.
Right.
You get. So I believe that, like, the kind of person that she is and she was when we were growing up, also, impacted us. Yeah. Because when she tell me, no follow man, no do like this, I can literally see her, like, she's raising 3 children. She's supposed to follow man.
To support, yeah.
To support us. Do you understand? I not see my man with one man. Do you get? So even me, when I even do stubbornness, don't follow the man, I think and say, what thing they really find? Do you understand? So yeah, the person where they raise the pikin to, what's the person
the example,
is very, very important.
But it's so beautiful to see you now. And I'm trying to think about your life from even just getting to secondary school, watching other people's families who were together, who were, people that their papa go provide for, if school fees time reach. But for you, it was always one hustle to another hustle.
Yeah.
How did you balance school with all the multiple hustles?
Well,
what was secondary school like for you?
So, well, I guess, like I said, my dad's brothers were helpful when I was in secondary school.
Yeah.
So, school fees was a lot then, because of course, how money be as at then, but they were helpful. So school fees was not really, really a problem. Even if sometimes we go pay less, then go pursue us, we go house, we go stay house like 1 week or some days before then we'll go pay the school fees back, that kind of thing, that one day. But most of the hustling I was doing was mostly for us to be able to feed, eat well, live life well, wear better clothes to an extent, because me, I like better thing. I like to better thing. My mom go cook food. I know they like all those. I feel like it's the question you've asked me before about why I was really working and doing all of that. Yeah. Now, because it did my body like a better life they hungry me.
Because you chop lifestyle.
Do you understand?
Normally,
better life they hungry me. Not be the one my mom go put soup, she go put one meat inside. Me and my brothers go they drag the one meat. All those kind of things. So I wanted to work so that the day I want eat indomie and egg, I don't go to look at soup. I go feed indomie and egg. Everybody go feed eat better thing.
To be comfortable at least.
Now the things we've been this ginger me to work So, but then the place where hustle and education I had a clash was now when I entered university.
Right.
Was now when I entered university, because I went to the university I didn't even go there to do biochemistry. I went to, my uncles wanted me to be a doctor. My uncle, my mom, they wanted me to be a doctor. And when I was in secondary school as well, I thought I was going to be a doctor because, peer pressure. Most of my friends, they were doing well, and all of them, they go science. Some of my teachers were even telling me, are you sure? You're very good with art, and business. I'm like, no, medical doctor I won't be. I won't make my family proud, So I write jam, I pass to see me. They're not going to give me admission. Because they make I go do pre-degree. I can't go do pre-degree.
For Akwa Ibom?
For Akwa Ibom. I can't go do pre-degree. After that pre-degree, I suppose write one exam. Maybe say if I reach a certain score, they will now put me year 2 for medicine.
Right.
So, the place where business actually now started affecting education was when I entered university. Because, like I said, when I did pre-degree, I was meant to do medicine. After the final exams, I didn't get the score for medicine. So I was offered biochemistry. Right. And trust me, for secondary school, I be I want to say I be mumu for biochemistry. I don't know nothing, you guys. But because I already waited, I already stayed home for too long. I already written jam like 3 times.
Wow.
I didn't want to wait again. I just make I collect the biochemistry. I can't collect the biochemistry. My uncles, they help with school fees for that first year, you know. Then second year, they tried. So I did well in the first year, second year. From the third year, my scores were now shaky because I was down like a full-time makeup artist and hairstylist, you know, because I was still sending money home, sending money to my brothers, paying my fees as well. My cousins were also...
this business?
Yeah. My cousins were also helping. And then most of the times when I go travel, go do jobs, you know, lecturers go don't come give. I even posted this in one of my videos. Lecturers go don't come give impromptu tests, you know.
Yeah.
By the time you come back, you won't go beg them, say, I know been there, oh. I know they say you won't give tests, though. They go say they won't sleep with you. So, you know.
You faced that as well.
Not today. I even know their name. I know won't call their name.
I better not call them. Just leave them.
So they think I they vex.
Like, God go judge them.
So, you know, like these are the things that really affected me. And because I had more passion for the work I was doing than the education, because even the thing why they read, I don't like them. You don't come clear for my eyes, say, I don't like this thing why they read, but I just want to do them. Make I just collect the quality for my mom. I don't be career woman. I don't want to do all those things, you know. But it was just me deceiving myself because as I go my work, they even come, as I they work, God, they come and say, come. So lecturer, I won't give him up to. I say, well, make it give. When I come, if he agree, I write them. You know, that kind of thing that was how it was for me. Yeah. At the end of my 4th year, I was doing my project. I had like some carryovers left. So I need to say like another year to finish. But to do all those things, and I had to go and, someone advised me to go and meet the lecturers, you know, to talk to them, see how I could write all those things again. And most of them literally told me that if I like, I do it again. If I don't sleep with them, this is that. I'm going to stay in this school for years. Like, it was just one day I just went to him and I'm like, this is it. Like, I just left. I didn't even like put down any official things I want to suspend, I want to defer, nothing. That's how I just left school.
What gave you the conviction to leave like that? Because this was you were still hustling. You were not sure what the future was going to be.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And you were almost halfway done.
I wasn't sure what the future would be, but I was so sure that I didn't really need that certificate to become who I wanted to be.
Okay, but Veekee, and this is a question that I've answered myself, but I want you to answer it for me. Where is the headspace that a girl who was raised in Ajegunle would be to say that, you know, there's something about me I'm from here, but I don't look, there's something about me that's not like you, the rest of you guys. There's something about me that's calling me to more.
Exactly.
That's the same reason that would make me carry my bag and say, no, see, after secondary school, I'm going straight to Lagos and I will never come back until I make it.
Yeah.
For you, what was it?
Well, I would say that I already said that growing up, I wanted to be successful, right? I don't sit down and look and say, literally everybody around me in Ajegunle, people they will be say they get great grandfathers for Ajegunle, where we know. They live for the same house where they live since the first generation.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
And it's a thing. It's like a normal thing. So I just had to tell myself, you know, I think there was a time I went to visit someone out of Ajegunle, I think in Giaba or Unilag or so, you know. And I saw the way people, I even senior, you know, the way that they live life. Not like maybe the lifestyle they agree with, but
okay.
It just dawned on me that, see, if na Ajegunle you one day, it no feel ever better for you. No, say you one day there. No be say life no feel day better because say, do you understand?
But if you decide to
but
remain
say
here,
if na there, me I won't stay so. Na there. Because there's no two ways about it. I don't see people till today, most of them still dead there.
Yes.
Then go born, the pikin go grow up dead there.
Yes.
Born, pikin go grow up dead there. Why? Because now them dead. They never think of
outside,
leaving that space.
Yes.
I think that was like the thing that gingered me to find a way to live there. And I left there. I started my fashion business in my mom's parlor in Ajegunle.
Wow.
And God helped me on social media. People started to, know me small. They started to order clothes. I started to make small
What year was
money.
this?
It was like in 2018, towards the end of 2018. Yeah. Started to gather some kind of small money.
From your mother's sitting room?
Yeah, for the parlor there.
Veekee James started from your mother's sitting room?
For the parlor with me, for where I grew up, Ajegunle, inside there. Now they post, people, they order clothes from all parts of Nigeria. People, they order clothes, and they ship, they do everything, And it was just, at that point, I knew that this is like where God wanted to change my life, because it was just, I don't think I stayed in my mom's place for up to 6 months.
After you decided to leave school?
Yeah. I was able to move to Magodo from there. And trust me, it was from the moment I left Ajegunle that it was like everything changed immediately. Tay.
So, when did you make the switch from hairdressing and makeup to focusing on design? And also, like, I've seen your work. It's like, for me,
I like the way they do your hand.
So every time I see it, I follow a lot of designers in Dubai, in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are few designers in Nigeria that can come close to the level of artistry. And am I sure that is your mother's machine?
Stop it. He said, am I sure?
so now when you tell me this, I'm like, my mama for Ajegunle going to let you show this way they do. Or is it the help of the Lord? Or is it that you went to one school after? Or did you?
It's definitely the help of the Lord.
Did you train after? Did you?
I've not done any training.
It's a lie.
Whatsoever.
You're a liar.
I didn't tell you truth.
You're a liar, Veekee James.
I don't lie. I never do any training.
So wait.
No training whatsoever. In fact, as I take, till today, my mom, sometimes they stand, they look and say, God, you give me pikino.
Jesus.
Because she herself no fit understand how. I never go any school to learn how to. It's just talent.
Now your mama,
basically.
stop.
That she starts out.
Veekee, like, you did not go to any school.
Now she paved the way. No, I've never been to any fashion school in my entire life. Say, make I even go learn, say I want upgrade, nothing. Never. I've always been creative. Always been. You understand? With everything where I did do, I've always been. And you asked how I moved from makeup and hairdressing. Actually, when I left Akwa Ibom back to Lagos, I thought I was going to come here and continue makeup and hairstyling. Because I don't like to sew clothes for people like that. I just like to sew clothes for myself. Because at least nobody, they feel sew clothes for me well, you get. But when I came back, a lot of people I knew were already doing makeup. Like, it was like everybody I knew.
Yeah.
Anywhere I go, makeup artists, they there.
Yeah.
Anywhere I go, hairstylists, they there.
Yeah.
Why? Because there were not lots of fashion designers as at when I started.
Yeah.
Because the reason I was running away from it was because I felt like money no did the work.
Yes.
Because I say to my mother, they make and we see they suffer. Do you understand? So I felt like money no did the work. And I feel like now from my time, now a lot of this facilitator won't follow. Remember that video where this something fall for person here? Oh my God. That's it.
Make it please. I love your personality. You have so much personality.
Anyways, so as I was saying,
your mama not making enough money.
So when I came back, I thought I was going to do. So I don't like to sew clothes because I feel say money no did the work.
Yes.
So I believe it was from my time, not even Arena. So now from my time, 9 people constant to the know say
Nigerian designers
money day for this business. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? Because I was vocal about it. I was posting like all my progress, my success. Yeah. When I moved from Magodo Go Island, I post them. When I buy my first diesel gen Mikano, I post them. You know that kind of thing. Young girls come, they say, money did this tailor work. Oh.
How much was your clothes retailing for the time?
Yeah, for 2018. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make a laugh. Well, when I started, I had dresses that were like 8K, 10K.
Like ready to wear.
Yeah, all those kind of ready to wear styles. Then when I started doing Ashwebi, I think I started with like 12K. You go bring your fabric, 2 style, we go get design, stones, everything. 12K. I think the most expensive then was like 35K.
That money was able to move you out of Ajegunle.
Oh, yes. Because I had a lot of orders, a lot. My mom used to borrow me an apprentice. Today she go donate 2. Tomorrow she go donate another 2.
Because money they come outside, mama they collect for inside.
My sister, my brother, money they come outside, I was able to save, I think, about 400 to 500K. You understand? That was how I got that space in Magodo.
Right.
So, and then it was easy. It was a bit easy for me because I was seeing someone then, right? The house that I moved into was the house he was staying at. Do you understand? But I had to pay for it. Do you get? So I didn't have to pay like all those agreements, agency, and all those things. So it was easy for me. So I just moved in, and then I already had like at least two industrial sewing machines. So I moved in with one of my mom's girls. My mom dashed me that girl, Ima Bon, where I post one time for social media. I don't know that you see her. You know, just appreciate her. She's been there. She's still with me till now.
Oh, wow.
And that's what we did start work small. I was living in one of the rooms. You know, I can't start my signature pants where everybody know about. I started doing bridals and all of that. Then from there, I think I stayed there for like 2 years. I stayed there for like a year and a half. And then I moved to the island in 2020. I swear. When I was moving to the island, it was my full money that I had saved. I think I had saved about 5 million naira in just a year and 6 months. Of sending money back home, of like still living life normally, you know, see they come out as young girl, they enjoy life. I was able to save like 5 million.
How booked and busy were you?
I was booked, but not as much as I was booked when I moved to the island.
No, I also want you to let's talk about your Magodo phase. Did it shock you to know that moving away from your mother's place, getting a new space, you were not selling, you probably were increasing your price over time.
Yeah?
Did it shock you to know that people were paying and you were growing this much?
Well,
because of where you're coming from anyway.
So I know say I did talented. That one, the knowledge, you know, it was not strange to me. I knew I was talented, right? But I did not know how fast God was going to move me from stage to stage.
Yes.
I did not know. Like, I didn't see it coming, right? I just did one time. I just post one Ankara dress. Blogs just carry them. Just to see other. That me when they complain, say, fabric no day again, no. The same fabric they want no day, you know? I mean, it not like it shocked me, but not like it shocked me that it was happening. What shocked me was how fast it was happening.
Yes.
Do you understand? Yeah. Like, I've only done 5 years in the fashion industry. And where I did now, say that they call fashion industries for the whole of Africa.
Top 10, yeah.
You know? Top 10 too far now.
Energy, mama! Speak your truth.
Top 10 too far. Maybe that's, you know, for the sake of humility, you say top 5.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know saying that God. So you see, that's why if God tells you to do something, don't even cause to be preached now.
No. This is a podcast. You can preach.
If God tells you to do something, you don't need to question how.
The how.
You understand? When God tells person to do something, you know, they tell you where in they carry you go. All he wants you to do is move immediately. Do you understand? That's why Abraham was like, it was like this to God. Because when God say move, you know, they say he trusted God. Do you understand? And all those movements, what they do. So I'm now remembering when I was about to move to the island from Magodo.
Right.
I told my mom, I'm moving to the island. My mom said, it's too quick. Why? It's too quick. The same way when I wanted to rent my second building in Chevron. My mom was like, oh, it's too quick. Now I'm paying like 4 rents for 4 duplexes in Chevron. So, right? Yeah. And it still be like, say, space not still rich.
Okay, let's
That's
come
how...
back. Rewind. So let's come back to you moving from the island.
Yeah.
To the island. When did you make the decision to move to the island? And, you know, I still need you to also always connect back to the girl from Ajegunle, who now has made enough money to be able to move and get a building on the island.
Yeah.
When you first got that building, when you first moved in, the first day of entering that building, how did you feel?
My brother, I felt like my whole life has just like turned around.
Yeah.
Like, you know what you see maybe darkness, but it just turned. You can't see light.
Yes. And it was a little too fast.
Like,
so
it was too fast.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And I took a lot of risk getting that place because now my last card, like when I enter, I don't get shishi. So now how I want to start now. I don't even know whether I go see work or I don't know. In fact, when I moved in and I was telling my brother that, I'm going to increase my price, you know. I don't even know that people will pay. I don't know. It was just, now God tell me to do this thing. He will make the way, you know. and I just used my last card, borrow the money I feel borrow, set up the place. And it was just like, boom. Everything just started happening. Just like everything just fell into place. Everything. Any post I drop on social media just makes waves. People just, they order clothes. Things just happened easily, And it was just clear that this was God's plan all the way. And why I said I was not surprised is because, like, ever since, I've always known God's plan for my life, was to be this girl, that I'm getting to. I've always known. So even if I was not so surprised that they were happening, but I was just in awe of how God does his things. Like how you will not see that this is how it will happen. And it will just happen. And you're like,
what's going on? Let's talk about the present Veekee James, the one who charges millions for clothes.
Without reach that side.
My sister, I see if I don't talk this, my belly go rest.
Hey God,
you don't want to say what you do.
Mm-hmm. We cause problem.
My sister. You see before.
Oh my God.
And but they put price for your page. I say, I know bad bitches with it. I know bad bitches with they afford clothes now. How could they see your sale and they see 1.8? I said that sale be this.
That sale, my brother.
I've seen that group sale.
I'm gonna group sale.
Veekee, how did you go from doing a Shrebi 12K to 1 million?
I swear, I don't even know. I will tell you the truth. Like, how we transitioned, I don't even know.
Under how many years?
I moved to the island in 2020. By 2021, I was already doing dresses for like 950K. So in 2021, I think my bridal dresses were starting from 950K in 2021. And that's my starting price for bridal dresses. Do you understand?
How did you get, so when the bridal dresses did you get so good at it that?
I mean, obviously,
demand became too much, so you have to increase the price. What changed?
Not really. A lot of factors actually. So that's the thing. When I advise people who are doing businesses, right, I advise them to keep improving their skills, keep improving their selves as the person where they do the skill, right? And this is something that I've also done with myself, right? So I get people where they look up to, like where I want my business to be internationally. There are brands who are already there that I look at, and there are things that I think they do that I tried to do with my brand as well. And doing those things, it takes also a whole lot of money, a lot of sacrifice, that I have to. You guys maybe say, let me say I start to travel now.
True.
Who bought me travel before? Where they sleep for factory? I know fits. Do you understand? I have to sacrifice like my whole time. I know they think anything. Now clothes I they think for me to design. So if I've ever copied anybody's design, I have never copied it even 80%.
Right.
And if say I don't copy person design, maybe this person design inspire me to do something similar.
Yeah.
I don't think I have up to 10 dresses that are like that. Say maybe now this person inspire them and I always give credit to them.
Right.
That one is fact, right? So imagine making thousands of dresses from your own head. Do you understand?
You have to apply yourself.
I had to improve myself, improve my skills. I had to change my workers. I had to pay multiple of what I used to pay before.
Right.
I had to start customizing fabrics. I had to start buying fabrics from abroad in dollars, in pounds. Do you understand? That's why sometimes when people start posting on social media saying, oh, all these Nigerian businesses that will be charging in pounds and dollars, I wonder if it's not the same country that we are. I'll just always look at them and be like, maybe you should start a business first before you open your mouth and talk.
Yeah.
Because by the time you pay $1,500 for fabric will be say before if you buy like 300K, which is like $300. Now you're paying $1,500. Knowing what in naira they talk.
Yes.
So you can't expect me make I not charge for dollars. How? China naira I won't charge you. Do you understand?
So
like
this is a business decision.
All these things factored in.
Right.
You understand? And I had to learn some things about business and about how people think.
Right.
Do you understand? There are people that they want to patronize you. you get price where you go give them, then go feel say
Too cheap.
you don't know what you they do.
Yeah.
Even if you know what you they do.
Yeah.
And that's just how life is.
Yes.
You understand? I had to understand all these
Psychological.
things. I had to understand branding. I had to
Right.
understand packaging.
Right.
I had to understand that I don't feel so close for everybody. And I have a certain market. You understand? And if I'm looking at living a certain kind of life, there's a certain kind of standard I have to give. And there's certain kind of people that have to pay for that standard.
Right.
So not everybody need to wear the clothes.
Yeah.
And some of them, they shout as they do the sales. That's what we take, they sell them.
No
That's
lie.
how they calculate my money. That's how they post
So from that, all those shots
That's
they shout for
Shebi.
Better Nigeria and Co. They come back and buy them.
before.
But also like that's the
People
beautiful.
the people they buy am no day for
Do
them.
you know what I think the branding is? The branding is so good that if I got a Veekee James outfit on sale for 1.5 million, there's a part of me that would be like, nah, Veekee James.
Before, of course. But Veekee James,
That level of grace,
know,
my
master.
sister. Because you and Gucci, all of them, they compete at this rate now.
See, I'm not going to lie, yeah. When I first posted the sales, because it was my first time actually putting price out there like that.
To let people know.
When I first posted it, and the funny thing is, many of these people, when they comment, many of them family members, they're grateful, say I post them.
Yeah.
Because I remember going to the market show for the first time in like 4 years. And at least 3 to 5 people saw me. And they were just, one lady was almost crying that, Veekee, thank you so much. You've changed my life. You don't know what posting your prices did for my business and my brand. When people bring your dresses to me and I charge them small amounts, they will not be grateful. They will still be saying I'm charging too much. But now, when you posted your price, I'm now charging this amount and people are willing to pay because they know how much yours costs. You get that kind of thing. I mean,
So they influence the industry.
do you understand?
Hey,
So
woman.
even they worry me. As they talk, they inspire people, they make my money, as they talk, they say they make my brand popular.
Yeah.
And see where they don't know be that. So God's grace, they work in all round different dimensions. And I was going to say that when I posted the price, right, I was expecting, people to be like, oh, wow. I wasn't so sure of how much hate I would get. But that's another thing about not just when you put God first in your business, right? When you want to do business, you go just make decisions on your own.
Yes, you ask.
You make decisions from the leading of the Holy Spirit. And by the time you do that, what people say really no matter. Because not be mistake you make. You don't make mistake. You know something you do.
instructed.
Do you understand? I wasn't bothered at all. Most people were like, oh, nah, what's it be that word? Say, go sell. Nah, just mouth, blah, 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 blah. If I posted like 35 pieces, we sold like 30 of those dresses. Yes. Everything. And these are dresses that I've used to do shoots. We don't use and get customers. The dresses, most of them.
No new dress.
Which new? Most of them, like, let me say 40% of them were new dresses. But like most of them were dresses we've used for shoots.
Designers,
Don't say that where I'm going anywhere.
celebrities.
Do you understand? Yeah, most of them were dresses that they used for shoots, dresses that celebrities wore. And if they're not going to wear it again, they're dresses that can still be sold.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So, yeah.
That's amazing. My babe, speaking about the leading of the Holy Spirit, my sister. Some of us are saved, but I don't think we're as saved as you.
No, why would you say
No,
that?
my friend. I don't know why they follow the Jesus. I say, I say me I'm born again, but you know Veekee. I say,
No.
Veekee, they see Jesus.
No.
Like, you are the ridiculous. How? So it's one thing for you to claim that you love God, but to actively associate with God like that, so much so that it even affects your brand.
Yeah.
Because you are open about your faith.
Yeah.
You are loud about it.
Yeah.
Why?
Hey.
No, because we're all Christians, Bible believing, but
there's no 2 ways about it. I want God to be loud about what concerns me. I can't stay loud about him. Why they hide God? If I hide God, do I want God to hide me? And that's the funny thing. Me saying that does not mean that God will hide me if I hide him.
Yeah.
Because God is not like man.
Yeah.
God, they
us,
operate like us.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But it's just me just being intentional about my love for God. Just so that he says, now God know they use, sometimes people there for Bible, we say God know they use them play. Even with their flaws. David was the man after God's heart.
But
after everything we do.
Yeah.
Why? Because of how he was with God. Do you understand? So I want to be that person that even in my flaws,
when God thinks about you,
when God thinks about me, what does he think about me? Does he see me as a child that he knows that this child can do anything for me? Do you understand? Does he see me as that kind of child? When I present matter for God, Say, he go prioritize that matter. Even if he be God the day everywhere. He go put my matter for front, say, come. Now this matter now will go table first. That's the kind of life that I want to live, you know. And then I already know that as Christians or as people who portray Christ or who want to live like Christ, we all have an assignment, which is to not hoard the good news of which is Jesus Christ. To not hoard it, to spread the good news, to win souls for God. Now our assignments be that, you know, and I had to carry it out judiciously. And I had to take it upon myself. The only way I can do that, if I can put it in my business, if I can put it in my everyday life. So it's easy for me to do that in everything I do. Even with my dresses, when I post them, I go put voiceover, I go say, now Holy Spirit inspired this design. Some people go say, now this skirt, that Holy Spirit inspired. They go say now this one, that Holy Spirit inspired.
For this one, where
the slits highlight.
Jesus.
This one, where this one, they open. Say now this one, Holy Spirit inspired. You are still not the Holy Spirit. Exactly. You are still not the Holy Spirit. You are still not the one I talk to. You are not the one I worship. Not be you are they listen to. So if not the Holy Spirit give me, now who give me? Say you fit in a set and they give something.
Okay, so let's talk about empowerment for you. Let's talk about empowerment and Zion worship. Those are the projects that you're really on.
Yeah.
I attended the one that you did at that place that's close to Twin Waters when you
came.
You don't remember who you invite. I came.
Oh my God.
Yes, and I came now.
That's true.
Your brother hosted it. You told me care.
Yeah.
You gave out like 500K or 1 million. I can't remember.
Okay, yeah. That was the gala. Okay.
The gala. You always have this every other year.
I remember. I thought you were talking about Zion worship. Yeah.
And these events, I see lots of women who come when I know they stand you. They want to be part of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you know, it's one thing to actually make money. There's one thing to give back.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Zion worship as well. That you know. First of all.
Did they tire you? You win.
My friend, I don't say I'm a Christian no more. Every time I say, Holy Spirit, am I doing enough for you? Because
stop.
When I say, Holy Spirit, am I doing enough for you? Because this girl is doing too much.
I like it so much.
She's doing too much for the kingdom. I say, when we get to heaven, which crown you go give me? I won't go get that, but like, my own feel be bronze.
You see that your definition. Now, so if you are defining it like that, imagine how God is defining it. That's it. Do you understand? Like, I just want to live life where we say, if tomorrow, say, I want my life will end tomorrow.
I believe the facet of form. Just leave her for there.
But they see what I say happen that time.
Yes, leave her. Or you put her in your body, I beg. This is make she rest. Just start for them. Rest. They distract me.
Okay. So,
You don't feel yourself where I'm.
No. So I'm trying to remember what I was saying.
I was talking about Zion worship, the gala, and you know what it means.
Yeah, so I was saying that you see how you're describing it. That's like the idea I have in my head. Like how say if I want to die tomorrow now, will I feel like I have lived a fulfilled life? There are things I've done in life and I'm like, whoa, if anything happens to me tomorrow, I've lived a fulfilled life. Like, as I live like this, I cannot go to hell. And as I live life every day, what's on my mind is for me to make heaven. I believe so much that there's eternity. So much. So what's always on my mind every day, if I'm dealing with people every single day, is like, what will I do? There was a day I was studying the Word of God, and there were 3 people that I was not at peace with, like, as in, I did quarrel with them. It'll be like, there are people right now in my life that I don't talk to, but I know I'm at peace. Do you understand? Not like we're fighting, but we can't be friends forever. We're not friends. You know, we're not friends forever. We're not friends anymore. Or we don't talk anymore, but I don't have any problem with you. My heart is clean where you are. If you've done anything to me, I've forgiven you, you know, and I hope you've forgiven me too. Fine. But there are these people that I knew that, I wasn't really happy with them, you know, maybe they did something to me and my mind was not just clean where they are. My mind was not, I wasn't really happy with them. I was just studying the Word that day, and you know that's like popular verse that, don't hold grudges against anyone, you know, if not your Father in heaven will not be happy with you. You cannot make heaven because of that. The way I read it that day, it was so deep that I just started crying. Because, you know, when I know that I'm doing everything possible to make heaven, but this one thing can literally stop me from making heaven. And it was just so deep for me. I started crying that midnight. And I just carried my phone and sent them messages, told them that, oh, this is what they did to me. I wasn't really happy, but I forgive them and I hope that they forgive me too. And I just felt so much peace, because it was just like, so if I die today, I feel not go heaven. After all this stuff, I don't suffer just because of these people. Do you get? So like, these are like the kind of things that motivate me to do the things that I do.
Beyond whatever it was, God was to be glorified, but they also showed the care that Jesus had for people. Because they had left for the disciples, they could just say, I don't want to feed 5,000, I'll be more than they go now. But Jesus said, sit them down, we're going to feed them.
Yeah.
That just shows who Jesus was, saying, and we should be able to represent Jesus from our lives, how we live it out.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what you're doing, and I really applaud it.
Thank
You
you.
say me enough start Zion worship, but you see this my cubicle here.
Yeah, not the stars I watch.
They do ministry for you. This is not ministry training idea. So well done, Veekee James.
Thank
Before
you,
I let you
Tay.
go, say, fine girl like this, she know God. She get money. She understand. Yeah. I see say ring, this your finger, but I don't know.
I say I'm married to Jesus.
Now you know for that one.
Married.
What's up with the niggas? Because I know by now, niggas, they cute. It will be like the first class today.
But now the funny thing be that.
Did they say?
When you don't see fine girl, where they do well. If you say niggas,
they?
my brother, he had a. Not true.
Now the kind of niggas where
Because they fear, say, I cannot go talk to this one,
She's
so you can't bill me, cannot go talk to this one, she not go there humble,
You don't say you have Christ living in you. Humility is your watchword.
I'm not searching, Sha. So it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
So I don't understand this. If you're not searching, that means there's somebody,
Something like that.
My friend, you are a crook. You first go to the corner, still land for you. Okay. No wonder you just focus on Jesus. So,
but not maybe this, but there's somebody somewhere,
That, after a hard day's work, you call and say, honey.
That kind of thing. First way they do Jesus work for me too. Jesus they use and they pet me, they give me peace of mind.
Jesus is taking care of me.
Exactly.
Because Jesus is a loving father. Say, this is my daughter like this. After a long day's work, you don't see somebody who do like this.
Like that.
Oh, Father, you are amazing.
God.
Can I talk
you too much. You provide everything. Complete.
So he made provision for this.
They make mistakes.
I know what, because I know like who they find. I know they're outside. Hey, you see Jesus. I see this guy, they find husband.
I don't know if I was that. I don't marry. My husband man is there.
The
Lord Jesus. I knew him for 2 years before we started dating. And we did 1 year on the 15th of October.
Wow,
this
that's the day before my birthday.
No job this podcast for December.
No, December, I wonder.
December 1st, I won't post.
You won't post it, man. Now, we already will drop a moon.
So, yeah.
So this is Veekee. Women of God, they lie you. So you don't come. I beg, guys, you heard it first. Veekee's engaged, ready to be married. By December, you hear it, but this is the pre-event. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What's the way God know you say bless you, talent, so beauty, money, man. No.
Thank you. I'm happy. I'm in a good place.
Yeah.
I'm happy, honestly. Like, I'm grateful to God. I'm so grateful to God. Everything I'm thankful for. Say, when people never enter marriage, they talk like this. People they say, calm down, no, you never enter. Enter first, when you see a but this is a lie. I don't see. It don't show me the future from now. Do you understand? Like, of everything that God don't do for me, I'm so grateful for all of them, but I'm even more grateful for this one. Do you understand? Like, the best I say, to talk this story, you go need another podcast.
So, I go bring you back.
I don't drop this one, so. The story for the whole relationship, how we meet, the people where they're involved, in long. Now, even things where blogs don't carry, twist the story, I had to pray to God that, God, all the story where they come out for these blogs, a lot of people have not heard about what I'm saying. You might not even have heard about it because I had to pray and say, God, say, I don't hustle over the years. I don't suffer to build a name for myself. You know me. Now only you know me. People go talk with you, they want to talk for outside. But now you know me. Now you know what thing happen.
Yeah.
Now you see everything. If for real, what thing they talk say I do them. They made these things spoil my name. But if for real, you don't say, this is where they happen so. Now something will be say, I don't get any bad hand inside. I don't do anything bad inside.
Shut it down.
Me and my man will not do anything bad inside. Die this story. make you not do anything to me. As the thing take die, now only God knows as it take happen.
So there was rumors about you.
There were a lot of blogs carried, all these them cutie Jews, they carry fake lies. They said everything they could say. So not to say, hey. So this one, someone even said, you don't go blame her now. She mean Ajegunle she come from.
Jesus.
Where did she go settle for before? Yeah. Someone said that in one of the comments of the blogs. Say you cannot bring the girl out of the gutters and take the gutter out of her.
Jesus.
That's what they talk.
Man, this get mind though.
That's what they talk. Say after all the hustle, I don't hustle. Now there I want. Now what I want settle with that.
But Veekee, you know when now that I'm getting,
and they smile, they happy.
But now that I'm getting older, because I know I'm going to make a lot of money.
Of course.
I know that I'm going to be successful. But one of the things that is so important is the people that we end up with, because they can make or break us.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's not even in the glam of, this one has money.
Exactly.
He's doing well. Just need somebody who sees
exactly.
you.
And that's why that's the place where contentment comes in.
Yes.
Because trust me, like I love the good things of life, but I'm such a content girl.
Yeah.
Like anything I cannot buy myself, let nobody buy it for me. And anything I want for myself, I will hustle and get it for myself.
What's in the future for Veekee James?
What's in the future? I have a goal to open a store in the US and the UK. That's like my next plan for Veekee James, because most of my clients, like I said, are in the US, in the UK, and like in other parts of the world, even more than in Nigeria. So, and because I have like a goal to see my brand, to see like people all over the world, like celebrities outside Nigeria, in the US, in America, to see Beyonce in my dress, even if Christians say that Beyonce is like, like a devil's incarnate.
Christians should sit down.
Yeah. Even if they say all of that, right? To see someone like that in my dress, as big as she is like something that I look forward to, right? And then, that's the plan right now. That's like because I set goals for my brand. Just like how I've set a goal that before the year runs out, I must pass 1 million followers on Veekee James Official, right? So I've set the goal that by next year, by the grace of God, I want to see my brand in maybe UK or in the US, catering to like people all over the world. Yeah.
That's an amazing goal, and I hope that you reach it eventually.
Amen.
We've come to the end of the show. I could talk and I could go on, but I mean, time is fast spent. So please help me sign out with this camera.
Oh, hi guys. I'm Veekee James, as you already know, and I just had a very long and interesting conversation with Temisan on Tea With Tay, and I'm excited. Make sure that you share this video. Make sure that you repost to share it to all your friends. Make sure that you leave amazing comments. Love you guys.